Good day to all. Today our topic is multiple linear regression model. In previous video I explained about simple linear regression model. In that the single variable is playing on considered responses, so that we utilize single linear regression model. Today we discuss about a multiple linear regression model. The multiple independent variables or act on single response means these are all calculated or determined by multiple linear regression model only. So myself, Dr. B. Suresh Kumar, Department of Mechanical Engineering. Introduction. More than one independent variable called multiple regression model. Here you see the model available. Here also there are two types available. Here the first diagram represents the multiple linear model. Here the x1 variable available, similarly x2 variable available. Both the variables are acted on the considered responses E of y. Here how do I frame the mathematical model means y equal to beta naught plus beta 1 x1 plus beta 2 x2 plus epsilon. Okay, here I considered two variables, two independent variables, which means x1 and x2. Corresponding coefficients are beta naught, beta 1, beta 2. Here beta naught is the intercept, beta 1 is the coefficient of x1, beta 2 is the coefficient of x2. Likewise, I frame the equation as a multiple regression model. And also my model has some interaction effect. If the x1 varies means the response behaves something like linear, it increases, okay, and the x2 act something different means x2 axis also we may represent as like incremental, but x1 and x2 both are playing on response E of y means it may looking like a curvature, so that we can't use this equation, which means y equal to beta naught plus beta 1 x1 plus beta 2 x2 plus epsilon. So in this, according to this graph, there is interaction effect available, so that the curvature is varied along with the x-axis and the x2 axis, so that the mathematical formulation will be y is equal to beta naught plus beta 1 x1 plus beta 2 x2 and also plus beta 3 x1 into x2. Why I introduce means here interaction effect between x1 and x2 available, so that the response plot is looking like a curved nature. So I utilizing beta 3 into x1 into x2. Similarly plus epsilon. So I utilize two multiple regression model equations like beta 1 x1 plus beta 2 x2, and also I consider the interaction effect. So the response plot has some curvature means I consider the interaction effect plot. So then I consider this experiment for our multiple regression model explanation. Here the 25 observation is available from the experimental setup, and also response considered for this experimental data is pull strength y and also wire length, which is x1, die height x2, so that I collect 25 different experimental data from experimental setup, which is the first step. I collect n number of observations I may collect from the experiment, but according to this experiment I collect 25 experiments only, so that n is equal to 25. After that, sum of y means the response summation value. So y is equal to 725.82. I add all the element available with the pull strength, so that I got 725.82. Similarly, the next step is I conduct the summation test for x1 and addition test for x2, so that I can get the data summation I is equal to 1 to 25, xi1 is equal to 206 according to this x1 summation value. After that xi2 from I1 to 25, so that I got 8294. Okay, according to the die height values, I sum up all the collected values, I got 8294. And also next step is getting the squared value. xi1 square is equal to 2396. xi2 value squared value is here I got, and then multiplication of xi1 and xi2 because our experiment has interaction effect, and also I got the combination of two variables, so that I collect the data about xi1 and xi2, so that summation of I is equal to 1 to 25, the product of xi1 and xi2, so that from here I got 77,177. And also due to the interaction effects, multiple regression equation, I should consider the summation of I is equal to 1 to 25 xi1 yi. I get the product of response and x1 variable also, and then xi2 into yi. So I multiply the die height into pull strength. Similarly, I got the value like 2,74,811.31. Likewise, we may initially conduct the addition and squared product test with the available experimental data. After that, we move to frame the equations as like numerical data. Here, how do I convert that numerical data into equations means, first I consider the sample equation n beta naught plus beta 1 summation of I is equal to 1 into xi1 plus beta 2 summation of I is equal to 1 to n xi2 is equal to summation of I is equal to 1 yi. For the reason I identify the values beta naught, beta 1, xi1, xi2, summation of xi1 square, summation of xi2 square, and also summation of xi1 and xi2. Here the equation 2, it has summation of I is equal to 1 to n into xi1 into yi, so that I get the product of considered independent variable and response. These are all the things I calculated from the initial available table. So next step, I substitute the collected values on the respective equation. After that, I get the final three equations as like this: 25 because n is equal to total observation is 25, and then beta naught plus 206 beta 1 plus 8294 into beta 2, and also summation of I is equal to 1 into and yi. I identified the value of 725.82. Likewise, I calculated value and substitute the values into the normal standard equation available with this slide, so that I got three equations like this. Why I get these equations means, I want to find beta naught coefficient values. For finding the coefficient values only, I make these the subgroup of equations. From this, I can get beta naught, beta 1, beta 2. How do I get this means, I may conduct algebraic calculation with these three equations, least square equations. I may get the beta naught, beta 1 and beta 2 values. After that, I substitute these beta naught, beta 1, beta 2 values into that initial multiple regression model sample equation, so that I may get y bar is equal to beta naught. I substitute the values for beta naught as 2.26379 plus 2.74427 into x1 plus 0.01253 into x2. Why I am not identify the x1 x2 means, each and every experiment observation has x1 and x2. So how do I find out the y value with respect to the x1 and x2 values? So that I substitute x1 and x2 values on the respective equations. I may get the predicted value from this equation. Before that, I have to identify the determination coefficient and determination ability of the considered equation. For the reason, I utilize to identify SSR and SST, because R squared value is the curve fitting value. For identifying the curve fitting value, R squared is equal to SSR by ST, which is known as determination coefficient. So R squared, for identification of R squared, I used this formula SSR by ST. For the reason, I identify SSR value. SSR is equal to beta 1 bar, beta bar x dash y minus summation of I is equal to 1 to yi square divided by n. Already we identify the beta, x bar value, y values. I substitute this value and I got this rounded value, and also we know the summation of I is equal to 1 y square. Okay, from that I may substitute the value here 725.82 whole square divided by 25. N is 25. From this I can get SSR value. Likewise, I substitute all the values with respect to SST. I may get the final value of 6105.9447 as the SST value. From this I can get R squared value. R squared is equal to SSR by SST is equal to, I substitute the corresponding value with the coefficient determination. From this I can get 0.98, so that my equation get the accuracy of 0.98, so that my equation's predictability is 0.98. So I want to validate my developed equation with the experiment means I utilize this. First I find out 9.95 from the experiment as the pull strength, and then I substitute the x1 and x2 value with the predicted or identified y equation, which is 2.26379 plus 2.74427 into x1 plus 0.01253 into x2. So in every experimental run I substitute the corresponding x1 and x2 value into that equation. I may get the different values, 8.38, 25.60 for a second observation, 33.95 for third experiment. Likewise, I conduct the same test for up to 25th observation. From this I got 21. So I finally find out the difference between predicted value and experimental value, which means yi minus yi bar. Yi means 9.95 minus 8.38, so that the percentage of deviation, the deviation between the experimental value and the predicted value is 1.57. Let's see the second observation. There is pull strength. The experimental value is 24.95. The predicted value is 25.60. So that I subtract both of the things. 24.45 minus 25.60. I may get minus 1.15. From this I can get the negative value, because the predicted value is larger than experimental value, so that I may get minus 1.15. In all observation I may get the deviations from absolute value, which means 0. Okay, so that I may get the minus value and positive value also, so that sinusoidal like waveform occurred with my predicted value or error with the error functions. So that from this type of experiment we can conduct the predicted value and the percentage of error with the experimental value. Thank you all. Thank you. If you are having any doubt, you may ask me.